guys, it's Miss Melanie. November is Native American Month, so in honor of Native American Month, I'm going to read you the story Eagle Boy by Richard Lee Vaughan. Along the rugged shores of the Pacific Northwest, a village stood on the cliffs overlooking the ocean. Eagles with snowy white heads and sleek brown bodies swooped over the village. With razor-sharp talons, they snatched silvery fish from the waters. The people of the village did not like the eagles. "Eagles steal our fish," they cried. "Fly away, fly away." Yet one boy, an orphan, loved watching the eagles dip and soar above the ocean waves. Whenever the boy returned from fishing, he always gave a share of his salmon to the eagles. "Eat," he would yell, and he would toss the fish in the air for the eagles to catch. "You should not feed the salmon," scolded the people. "But the eagles are my friends," he replied, and the people called him Eagle Boy. Eagle Boy was a good fisherman. In summer months, when the fish were plentiful, he offered his largest and finest fish to the chief's eldest daughter, Kish-Kish-E. "I do not need your fish," she said, mocking him. One year, as autumn faded into winter, fish became scarce, and the whole village began to run short of food. "We must move our village," announced the chief. "We must find more food." The people packed all they owned into their canoes. Eagle Boy stood on the beach and watched as one by one the canoes pushed off. Eagle Boy was poor. He didn't own a canoe. "We have no more room," said the chief, stepping into the last canoe. "Let your friends the eagle feed you," laughed Kish-Kish-E. Before they pulled away, the chief's youngest daughter, Cuckoo de Bois, slipped Eagle Boy a piece of dried fish so he wouldn't get hungry. As the canoes disappeared over the waves, Eagle Boy stood alone on the wind-swept beach. He ate a small piece of dried fish, and he fell asleep to the sounds of the waves crashing on the shore. That night, he dreamed of eagles, eagles soaring in the sunshine, eagles swooping over large piles of silvery fish. He even dreamed that he, too, could fly. As the morning sun stretched its golden fingers across the beach, Eagle Boy awoke to the screeching of an eagle as it dropped a fish beside his fire. "Thank you, my friend," he shouted as the eagle flew away. Hungrily, Eagle Boy roasted and ate the fish. The next morning, 2 eagles dropped 2 fish by his fire. "Thank you," shouted Eagle Boy. Again, "I will live for another day." The next day at sunrise, Eagle Boy watched as 3 eagles dropped silver fish on the sand. He ate his fill, and then he spread the rest out to dry. When evening approached, Eagle Boy gathered all the wood he could find and built an enormous bonfire on the beach. Dancing around and around the flames, he sang songs to honor the eagles. The next morning, the sky was full of eagles circling over the huge dark object close to shore. They were bringing him a whale. Eagle Boy slipped a rope made out of cedar bark around the whale and tied it to a large rock. The whale would probably be enough food to feed a whole village. The largest eagle landed next to Eagle Boy. Eagle Boy tied strips of dried fish around the eagle's neck. "Take this to Cuckoo de Bois," he said. "I want to repay her for her kindness." Gliding on the wind, the great eagle found the tribe huddled around a campfire on a distant beach. Hunting and fishing had not been good. The shadows of hunger showed in the people's faces. The eagle landed beside Cuckoo de Bois as she dug hopelessly for clams on the beach. She realized at once who had sent the food. Taking the dried fish from the eagle, she gobbled a few bites and then raced to her father. "Look," she cried, "a gift from Eagle Boy." Kish eyed the fish with greed. "That boy you left behind is rich with food," she said to the chief, "while we have nothing. Take us back, father. I will marry that boy and we will eat all his food." The chief shook his head in shame. "We were wrong to leave the boy." The people around the campfire agreed. "We thought only of ourselves." "That boy will never accept us back," said another. "Even if he did," said an old woman, "we could never make the journey home without food." Perched on a branch high above them, the great eagle listened to the people. Spreading its giant wings, it returned across the water. That night, Eagle Boy stood before the great eagle. The eagle's intense eyes were dark pools of wisdom. Deep in those eyes, the boys could see the distant beach, where the people sat, weak with hunger. Eagle Boy turned towards the flames. "Let them go hungry," he shouted, "just as they left me to do." In silence, the great eagle watched the boy. Staring into the fire, Eagle Boy remembered the canoes paddling away. He remembered Kish laughing at him, but he also remembered Cuckoo de Bois slipping him food, and the eagles bringing him fish and saving his life. At dawn, the boy stood again before the great eagle. "How can I help my people?" he said. The eagle spread its wings and lifted into the air. As it rose, one shiny black feather fell, floating down towards Eagle Boy. The boy reached out and caught the feather. As he did, a wave of power flowed through his body, and at that moment, the boy took the shape of an eagle. On the distant beach, the tribe sat weak with hunger. Suddenly, the sky was filled with screeching eagles. Eagles swooping, eagles soaring. Eagles flew over the people, dropping hundreds of silvery fish. "It is a sign from Eagle Boy," shouted Cuckoo de Bois, smiling. "Yes," agreed the chief. "He has forgiven us. Now we can go home." With renewed strength, the people packed their canoes and set out across the water. Eagle Boy stood alone on the beach, watching the canoes approach. A single black eagle feather hung from his hair. The chief was the first to come ashore with Kish beside him, dressed in her finest cedar bark clothing. "You have saved our people," said the chief. "I offer you my eldest daughter, Kish in marriage." Eagle Boy shook his head. "I cannot accept. My heart belongs to Cuckoo de Bois." The people honored Eagle Boy and Cuckoo de Bois with a wedding ceremony and a giant feast. From that day on, the people of the Pacific Northwest coast and the eagles have lived and hunted in harmony. In time, Eagle Boy grew to be a great chief, and the eagle became the symbol of his people. Eagle Boy, a native tale written by Richard Lee Vaughan.